Welcome everyone to a series I just made where I take all of the Dokkan news, drama, and fun from Dokkan Twitter and I bring it to you guys here on YouTube. This is a new thing that I just now made. I hope it's fun for you guys. I'm going to try and make this a little bit higher quality in the future, so I hope you enjoy. But I love commentary content as well as Dokkan content, so why not mix the two, guys? We have some Dokkan drama I want to bring you guys today, and it has to do with DaTruth, the biggest Dokkan YouTuber of all time. DaTruthDT, we all know him, we all love him, hopefully, right? We are the truth lovers in this household. He recently got into some drama over on Twitter that I think is a little bit funny. And it's not really anything big or crazy or anything like that, but it does have to do with a very, very controversial point in the Dokkan community, and that has to do with private servers. Why am I bringing you this news, you may be asking yourself? Well, guys, listen, the reason why this is relevant is because DaTruth has recently found himself inside of it. DaTruth uses private servers. We all know this. Well, he doesn't technically use them. Hydros does. DaTruth uses Hydros to help him make videos on units early. We know this already. He does this every so often when a new unit releases. And we honestly expect that from him. I'm not going to judge him whether or not it's a bad thing, but the reason why he is in drama right now is because of a little thread over on Twitter. Very recently, I did a stream, yesterday, in fact, I did a stream where I went over this drama on stream. So if you guys want to see this stuff in person and hear my opinions, and maybe even Karma if my friend stops by again, you want to hear my opinions on it, or you guys have some tea to spill, I will probably be doing it on stream and be streaming more often. I do have a Twitch and a Kick. The links will be in the description below. Just a little shameless plug there.
Oh, no, you did see that. You tweeted about it, didn't you?
See
the
what?
Truth thing where people are now shitting on him for using a private server as if he's not like trying to do content for everybody.
I did. I actually thought about doing a commentary video on that. Like, yeah,
that's
definitely.
so silly. Like, imagine being like, oh, you're the biggest content creator for this game. Why would you cover a unit that everyone wants to see? Not like everyone uses you for info. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't.
Fucking so dumb.
People fucking drive me nuts, especially Vector, dude. Vector, listen. I have gone mad because of Vector tweets, dude. Every day, it'd be like every day I'd log on and then Vector would make a post, and it's just like, it's so obviously bait.
You don't think he believes his opinions?
I'm sure he probably does, but like, I want to believe that he doesn't. Frankly.
For his sanity and your sanity, bro.
For my sanity, yeah, for real.
Well, I mean, I'm not even like in Dokkan Twitter anymore since I haven't been playing the game like that. But since you retweeted it, I saw it and I just went through it, and it was just like such a weird argument to even have. Like being like, oh, you use a private server too much, so you don't understand how the game works. When this guy's job is playing the game for 12 hours a day, every day. Like, of course he understands how the game works. Like,
yeah.
He can't remember every single aspect of a unit's kit, like, forever. Like, there's 2,000 plus units in this fucking game. Of course, he's gonna... Yeah, because they said that he forgot the thing about, what was it, Omega's passive or something? That you couldn't dodge on the Omega event or something? I couldn't remember. And they're like, that's how the argument started. And it's like, dude, Truth can't remember everything.
I just don't understand why somebody who plays the JP side of the game exclusively on a private server is talking shit about somebody using a private server. I can read out. Honestly, you got me in my commentary. You got me in my commentary phase. This is a thread that it's so fucking ridiculous. Because Victor, I just can't take him seriously.
I can't believe you're using light mode. Oh my god.
Dude. Okay, whatever, man. I don't care.
You're the problem. This is why Elon's doing this.
I don't care that he's doing it, all right? I don't feel like going into my settings and changing it. I only have it on my desktop. I have a light flashing in my face anyway. I might as well have light mode. But Vector, it's like he made this post. He's like, it's time for people to stop pretending that this phase is threatening, which I mean, it gets a little difficult sometimes. If you're not careful, he can hit you pretty hard. And the fact that he's able to stun you and sue you also can like catch you off guard and ruin your rotations and shit like that as well. So I think that this threat, maybe it doesn't hit us crazy, but we got to remember that Vector only ever plays, he's a global player, and he plays this game on a private server. Like, he plays the JP side on a private server whenever new units come out. Okay, so Truth comments down below. He's like, you are such a cloud. Sometimes it's almost difficult to process how much so. Truth throwing shots. He came in with the double barrel ready to unload. I'm just saying. He did throw the first few shots, okay? And a lot of people were fucking mad. They were livid. They were livid at this guy. He said, didn't you forget you couldn't dodge his first phase? That's pretty fraudulent and clown worthy for the god of Dokkan. I bet this guy, I wanted to see this guy, all right, know what every single boss in the game does specifically. Okay, just like somebody like DaTruth, he already has so much shit in his brain anyway. He's not gonna remember everything. I can't blame him. He's a Dokkan calculator, guys. He remembers most shit in the game.
Calculator for Dokkan.
He's been playing Private Server 2 too much, IMO. Forget how the actual game works. Do better, Truth. He is a masturbator, though. He is a masturbator, though. Vector knows how to get a reaction and rile people up. That is for sure. I will say that is definitely something Vector is good at. But Vector throws some shots back. Although I will say it's probably one of the stupidest comments ever. Like, DaTruth used to play on private servers, right? Or was that just Hydros? Do you remember if back then?
Well,
Truth would do that?
I can't remember if Truth did private server stuff back when private servers were really popping, but Truth has always been against private servers. Like, even though he uses them for the showcases, but even now he's not using them himself. He's doing it through Hydros, which makes sense. You know, Hydros has one of the biggest private server like things going on.
Right.
And Truth can't just not cover a unit, like he says, for days on end before they actually release in the game, because then it's like you're the biggest content creator for the game. It's almost like an obligation, I'm sure, that he feels to do so. But then on top of that, I'm sure people would much rather hear his opinion on how a unit works opposed to some random Joe with 100 subscribers that doesn't even do commentary over the video. He just plays the private server gameplay. Like,
True.
Truth is going to be a lot more valuable in that situation.
Basically, that's like some of the smaller stuff. But as this Twitter thread kept going on and on and on, stuff just kept escalating. And I'm not here to speak for Truth. I'm not here to speak for Vector or anything like that. I'm just here to give you guys some of the fun stuff that I see on Twitter. And this was fun for me. I enjoyed reading this thread. And maybe this is bad for the community. I don't know. But like I feel like there are people out here who are hungry for stuff like this. But like that's basically like the basics or the lore of how this little thread happened. And some stuff kept happening, and DaTruth said something that I disagree with a little bit, but it made the thread a little bit angry. And I just want to clarify that I don't think Truth is at all the bad guy in this situation. I don't think anybody really here is. I just think it's a fun little thread to talk about because it's just ridiculous. Vector has always been like the Dokkan troll. Some people even call him the villain of the Dokkan community or some shit like that. I think that's a little bit silly. I think that's going too far. But like he is a baiter. He does troll a little bit. I don't think this is trolling really though. I think this is just an argument between him and Truth. And Truth did start it, to be fair. He did technically start it. So it's been a long time since I've actually touched one. Reason why is you dummies bring that shit up. I can't stop rolling my eyes. Which is so fucking fair, man. Like how I just don't understand why the fuck Vector, like he's so good at baiting. He's so fucking good at baiting, dude. It makes me so red in the face.
Familiar with Vector like himself. I'm not too familiar with most of like the Dokkan Twitter stuff, but like from this thread alone, it does seem pretty masturbator type material here.
Yeah, he's just a baiter on Twitter. That's all he ever was though. Like I don't even understand why he got to this point. He's just good at baiting and getting a reaction out of people for sure.
Yeah, that's fair. This whole situation though, it just feels like it's gonna be like a bottomless, like there's no way to get a true answer out of this because like where both people stand, and it's just like pointless arguing at that point.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you just used it yesterday to showcase Trunks for content. No law, Truth. I can understand Truth, like he's not somebody who really likes using private servers or like even having the showcase, but people who have access to private servers, they're able to get showcase videos on the unit out before him. Right, because they have access to it. Yeah. I'm gonna ask people to watch my videos, but watch it and you should. Okay. Is instructing someone on what to do on the server not technically using the server? Now here is the part of the thread that I think most people feel is a little bit more controversial from Truth himself, and we're gonna get into that right away. I just want to give my thoughts, and I just want to clarify that I'm not trying to vilify any single body in this thing, and like while I'm editing this it kind of comes across that way, and I understand why it would. I'm not trying to vilify anyone here. I think that Vector just has really bad takes. I've always felt like that, but at the end of the day, like it's just two people arguing about Dokkan on Twitter, and I don't think it's like the craziest deal, but I know there's some people out there who enjoy stuff like this. So the most controversial part happens right after this comment. Well, unfortunately, this is one of the comments I think was pretty bad from Truth. That makes Truth look bad though. As well, unfortunately, as long as losers spam this shit, I can't be not uploading footage for days while other channels do. Have to get something up particularly annoying since no one else summons and grinds the characters like I do. But oh well, though.
See,
I think
okay, it is double-edged sword for sure. Like at first he does come off super strong, but like, and I understand that. But I think what he's like the root of what he's saying here is still true. Like I'm on my like I'm meat writing.
you are doing twists and turns and tricks for sure.
We have to say right that he's right. Some people, so again, some random person, especially if they don't do content on the game, can play with the unit on the private server, especially somebody who doesn't play JP and can be done with the unit. They don't have to play anymore.
Right.
Whereas Truth will play with the unit just to show them as fast as possible. Then he will then spend thousands upon thousands of dollars, put hours into the game to get the unit completely maxed and cover the entire game's content with the character. So if anyone has the merit to be angry at private servers while still using them, and still in some way kind of evade hypocrisy because he's just doing what you need to do to keep the content active, it makes sense. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this comment in particular does come off in a weird way in this specific discussion, but the root of what he's saying does make sense.
No, I think the root makes a lot of sense, but like him calling, you know, other YouTubers that use private servers and stuff like that losers is a bad look. But I think that like and I don't even know if that's how he intended it to come off. Like maybe he's just like talking about fucking people who don't even do content on the game, just like people on, you know, Twitter who use private servers. Maybe I'm giving him a little bit too much credit there. But
well, I mean, he's always been like kind of had distaste for people who use the private servers and just like do the farming bot accounts and all that kind of stuff.
True.
So maybe that's why he said losers, quote unquote, because the people who might use the private server but not play the real game are quote unquote losers in his.
Yeah, but if I'm looking at this from the outside and like him calling like people private server users losers, like I mean I could see why he would look like a hypocrite there. Yeah. Because he uses one to showcase a video, but like I think it's like that same thing where it's like you can participate in society without like technically agreeing with it, right? You know, do you know what I'm referencing or what I mean there? Like you can participate in a society that you don't agree with, you know?
Yeah, literally like the C word. We're not, you know what I mean? It's definitely that where it's like you have to participate in something because it has to be there no matter what, but you can still morally disagree with it.
Right, exactly. And that's where I think Truth probably stands on it. Like I get it, man. Like somebody like, does Dokkan World have access to private servers? I don't even know. But like people like Vector, who I think does actually have a YouTube channel. I don't know if he does content on it, but he does have a YouTube channel. People like him are able to get, you know, showcase the unit, but like show off the unit before Truth could. Truth, at the very least, you know, I'm not gonna call him a hypocrite because he plays on the private server, but he also summons like 10,000 stones deep into a banner, and then also plays with the unit like every fucking day for the first 2 weeks that unit is relevant. So I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say that Truth is a hypocrite because he plays on or showcases a private server unit when the data download hits. Like that's really not all that bad. But like I think the losers thing definitely is a bad look for him though. But I can understand it. Like I can understand it, dude. This fucking sucks. That's so stupid. And that's about as far as the controversy goes. I don't even really want to categorize it as though it's controversy, right? It's just Twitter drama, okay? And it happens pretty frequently between Truth and Vector. These guys go at it quite a bit. And I'm sure there are people out there right now who don't even know this shit exists. I'm sure most of the people watching this video probably don't even have a Twitter account, right? Twitter is like a pretty, it feels like it would be a niche thing in the Dokkan community, right? I didn't have a Twitter until I was way younger. But anyway, that's about as far as the controversy goes. I want to end this off on a positive note. Because I know this video is probably pretty heavy, and I don't want anybody to think that I have like any sort of ill will towards any of the people here. Vector is a clown, but he does make funny stuff, right? He does make funny posts. I will not like sit here and shit on Vector completely, right? I just think he knows how to stir up drama. He does it well, and I'm thankful for that, dude. Vector is probably going to be the main cause of a lot of these videos because he stirs up so much shit in the Dokkan Twitter community. So, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, you know. Sometimes Dokkan has dead periods, and we need a little bit of fun on Twitter, and he's good at doing that. He's good at providing that, and Truth feeds into it, which is also pretty funny to see. So, Truth also is a great YouTuber. I have no problem with any of his content. I have a lot of fun watching Truth videos. I haven't really watched any recently, but like Truth is a great content creator. He works hard. And that's about the end of the controversy. Hopefully next week I do try to push these out. I'm going to try and push these out maybe once a week. We'll see. And hopefully next week, like, a little bit more happens and we get like some actual Dokkan news, some fun stuff, and then maybe a little bit of drama if anything happens though. But I will try to push these out once a week. Obviously outside of my regular Dokkan content. And we'll just see how that works out, guys. So thank you guys so much for joining me for today's video. If you enjoyed, go ahead and like and subscribe. I want to make it clear that I don't hate anybody here. I love you all. I really do want to be a positive influence on the community. And if like talking about stuff like this helps and like brings attention to what the Dokkan community is on Twitter, then I don't mind doing that, right? It's just a little bit of harmless fun. Nobody really got hurt here. Hopefully, right? Hopefully nobody really got hurt. And like I said, I don't hate anybody. So if you enjoyed, like and subscribe. Share it with your friends if you really do want to support me. It really would mean the world to me, guys. And yeah, I love you boys. Try to be better people every single day, and I will see you all in the next one.